Good? Okay. Hello everyone, thanks for coming today. My name is Junko. I am an international recruitment specialist at the Northern Alberta Institute of Technology. It's called NAIT, NAIT. So first of all, I'd like to explain where we are located. So NAIT is located in Edmonton in Alberta. So Edmonton is the capital city of Alberta, so it's just the west side of Canada, so next to the British Columbia. So when you fly from Thailand, probably you will go through the Vancouver and then you will take a domestic flight from Vancouver to Edmonton. So Alberta is our province, and then there are a lot of benefits of living and studying in Alberta. So we have an oil sand and a reserve, and then we are getting a lot of financial benefits. So for example, Alberta is Canada's richest province, and then we don't have a provincial sales tax. So in Canada, when you buy services, the goods and then the services, you have to pay a 5% federal tax. But you also need to pay a provincial sales tax in the other provinces. So for example, in Ontario or British Columbia, probably you'll be end up paying 12% or 13% taxes. But in Alberta, you just need to pay 5% taxes. So it's a huge saving on taxes. And also, we have the lowest income tax rate in Canada. So when you start working as like a part-time or full-time, it makes a huge difference because we have the lowest income tax in Canada. We also have the highest household income in Canada. So despite all the negative impact from the pandemic, Alberta has been maintaining a very, very strong economy. So that's why we have the highest household income in Canada. So by living in Alberta, you can save a lot of money on your taxes, but you can also earn more money than where you are in other provinces. We also have a free healthcare plan, and that includes international students as well. In other provinces, you might have to pay some money for the provincial healthcare, but in Alberta, you'll be covered by the Alberta healthcare for free. And that includes your accompanying family member, such as your spouse and children. And if you are bringing your children who are minor, they can also attend the public school for free. So they don't have to pay for the international student fee as long as you are taking our 2-year diploma program. So Edmonton is our city. So the Edmonton is a capital city of Alberta, and it's a political and a business hub. So our city has a very strong value of entrepreneurship. So for example, if you are planning to do your own business, Edmonton would be the best place to do because you'll get a lot of support from the government. Edmonton is also known as a high-tech hub, and we have a population of 1.5 million. We are projecting the population is going to grow to 2 million by 2065, but still, compared to other cities, our city is like a medium-sized city. So you will find a lot of space in the city, and the air quality is really good because we don't have a lot of people in the city. We are also a pretty young city, so the average age is 35 years old, which is one of the youngest cities in Canada. The reason why we have a younger age is a lot of young families are moving to Edmonton because Edmonton has a really good quality of education because we are financially wealthier than the other provinces. Alberta government itself is investing a lot of money on education. So that's why we have a good quality teacher at the public schools. And then if you look at the average of the education, Alberta is higher than the other provinces. So that's why a lot of younger people are moving to Edmonton or Alberta because it's going to be good for their kids. We are also a very diverse city. So 23% of our populations are first generation of immigrants. So we have a lot of newcomers. And more than 150 languages are spoken as a mother tongue. So what that means is we respect other cultures and the people maintain their own heritage and cultures. Okay. Probably this is the most benefit for the international student. So again, Edmonton is a medium-sized city, not like a Vancouver or Toronto. Our living cost is much, much cheaper than other big cities. We are ranked third in the most affordable cities to live in Canada for 2021. And then our living cost is actually 36% less than Toronto. So that's a huge saving for the international student. And we also have a lot of festivals going on throughout the year. Again, Edmonton is a very family-oriented city. So there are a lot of events and then festivals for the children, younger generation, older people. So there are a lot of things you can do while you are staying in Edmonton. The last part, the city was third highest immigrant retention rate in Canada. So it's kind of relates to what I mentioned earlier. I think that a lot of newcomers, the immigrants, find Edmonton is very easy to, very comfortable to stay in, because you will find Edmonton people are like more friendly and they are welcoming. So when you move to Edmonton, you feel more accepted. So that's why people tend to stay in Edmonton for a longer term. But if you arrive in a different city, you might be moving to a different location. For the many reasons, maybe you might not feel comfortable being in the big city. So this is a good example like why Edmonton is so good for the new immigrant or newcomer to live in. So NAIT is located in Edmonton again, and it founded in 1962. We are serving more than 40,000 students right now, and 2,600 international students are coming from 84 different countries. So we are pretty diverse. We are one of the largest polytechnic schools in Canada and the third largest post-secondary in Alberta. So there is a University of Alberta, University of Calgary, and we are the third largest school in Alberta. We are also ranked the third in Canada's top 50 research colleges, and 71% of our international students are planning to apply for a permanent residency in Canada. So there are so many great things of our schools, and I think these numbers are showing how great our education is. So 98% of the employers are happy with a graduate. So what that means is our graduates have the skills and knowledge employers are looking for. Okay? And 90% of our graduates find their career within 9 months after their graduation. But actually some of the students find their job even when they are still studying at NAIT, because we have a lot of work placement, like a co-op program. So some students get job offer while they are doing a co-op, and maybe they will start working for the company as a part-time, and then once they finish the program, they will start working as a full-time. So that's possible. 93% of graduates are happy with our education, and then 96% of graduates recommend NAIT to others. So NAIT is a polytechnic school, and then we are focusing on hands-on education. So you'll be learning by doing. So that's our education. So 50% of the program is focusing on learning theory, and then 50% is focusing on hands-on training. So you will have a lot of opportunities to do an actual like a practice during the program. We also keep the class size smaller. There will be maybe 20 to 40 students per class, but usually the 40 students per class would be like a business program because it will be more like focusing on lecture. But if you're in a lab, probably there will be only like 15 students. So the instructor is gonna remember you by name, and you will have a much closer relationship with the instructor and also your classmate as well. We also use the technology in our curriculum, and we have a lot of state-of-the-art labs on the campus. Okay. I forgot to mention one thing under the hands-on education. There are 90 programs that have a co-op work placement, and then half of the programs are like a paid co-op, and then half of the co-op would be like unpaid. So it really depends on the programs, but if the programs has a co-op opportunities, you can actually gain a Canadian work experience while you are in the program. And then of course you can put your work experience on your resume, and then that will help you find a job in the future. So we offer more than 100 programs to the international student through these 4 schools. So School of Business, School of Applied Science Technology, and School of Health Sciences, and the School of Skilled Trade. We also have an English as a second language program. This is for the students who need an English language training. And we also have academic upgrading. Academic upgrading is for the students who are not meeting entrance requirement, and they can upgrade their high school subject, so then they can meet the entrance requirement. So entrance requirements varies depending on the program. So I highly recommend you to check our program page to see what the entrance requirements are. So there are 2 components. One is academic requirements, and the other one is the English language proficiency requirements. For the academic requirements, most of our programs required grade 12 level language arts, which is your native language course, which is Thai language course, and grade 12 level mathematics. So those 2 subjects are mandatory for the most of the programs. It depends on the program. Sometimes we require the chemistry, physics, and then biology. So again, please check the admission requirement on the program page. Language proficiency is your English language scores such as IELTS, TOEFL, Duolingo. So these are the required scores, but there are also other accepted exams, so you can check the list of the accepted English exams on this page.